Today I wanted to talk about 10 surprising signs that your liver could do with a break from alcohol during this COVID-19 lockdown. Now, here in Spain, I live in Spain, and I presume it's a similar story to wherever you live in, most parts of the world, that alcohol sales have gone up during the crisis. I think at the beginning here it was something like 70% increase, so that's a lot. Now, people are using it as a coping mechanism, and I can understand that, right? I've been there before. I drank alcohol for over 30 years of my life, so I understand that. But the poison itself, alcohol, is a really bad toxin to take into your system, right? People are using their emotions instead of their logic. They're using it's an emotional thing. I understand it, like I say. It's just not a good thing to ingest inside your body, right? It's, like I say, it's especially associated with fun or coping. And so you've got both sides of life where people are using alcohol, where they're taking alcohol into their system. And, the liver is one of, it's a fabulous organ, right? The liver will, it will continuously improve itself. It will continuously fix itself after, a lot of damage. But there comes a stage when it just gradually is unable to handle the damage anymore, right? So your liver is crucial. If you've got no liver, you don't live. End of story, right? So your liver controls most chemical levels in your blood. It also secretes bile, which helps to break down fats so they can be more easily digested and absorbed into your system. All blood coming from the stomach and the intestines has to go through the liver, which processes it, the blood, breaks it down, balances it, and creates nutrients for the body to use, right? It also breaks down or metabolizes the alcohol. And if you're using medication, it helps to metabolize the medication to break that down so that it's much easier to use, right? And when you think about the liver, it has about 500 or over 500 different processes that it uses, including, like I say, filtering toxins from the blood, aiding digestion from food, regulating blood sugar and cholesterol levels. It helps to fight infection and disease. Now, in the world, every single year, there's 2 million people die from liver disease, so it's not a small problem, right? So, as I said at the beginning, there are 10 signs that you might have liver damage. Now, like I say, this is not coming from me as a doctor. I'm not a doctor or anything like that. I'm just somebody who's been there. I've drank for a long time and I'm out the other side, so I'm looking back in. And this was one of the reasons why I stopped drinking alcohol, was because I feared this, So the first sign is that your skin and eyes might appear yellowish. That's the sign of jaundice. Another sign is abdominal pain and swelling, right? I had this pain in my side, and I was getting it continuously when I was drinking, and I presumed it was swelling. You can also get a swelling in the legs and ankles. You can get itchy skin. Dark urine color is another one. If you've got light or greasy looking poops, chronic tiredness or confusion, feeling sick or vomiting, loss of appetite, if you've got a tendency to bruise easily. There are 10 of the signs. Now there's more, but there are 10 of the most common signs. Now, why do I say in the title surprising? Well, remember that this is a disease. Liver disease mostly doesn't show up until it's at an advanced stage. Now, I'm not saying that it shows up when you've got cirrhosis of the liver, but until there is a pretty significant amount of damage, right? So, this shouldn't be surprising to us, because it's one of the most documented, one of the most researched, one of the most talked about aspects of people drinking, that cirrhosis of the liver. If you get that cirrhosis of the liver, well, that's when your liver is so scarred that it just doesn't function anymore. But there's a lot of stages to get to that stage. There's a lot of damage over time that it takes to get to that. So, that whenever you look at anything, any health websites about alcohol, they always say to you, you shouldn't misuse alcohol. Well, I say you shouldn't misuse your body, right? You shouldn't be putting this crap inside your body, because this is the only body that you've got. You know, if people had their liver on the outside, if they had to carry it around on the outside of their, you know, on their skin, they would take more care of it because they would see the damage that is being caused. But because it's tucked inside, and you know, as I say, the symptoms don't show themselves up readily at first. It's only when you start to get the damage that they appear. So listen, take care of yourself. You know, if you're drinking a lot, cut back on what you're drinking. The best thing to do is to stop drinking altogether. You know, it's the best thing that I ever did, was to get out of that pattern of thinking that I needed alcohol for any, you know, for coping or for fun, either side of that, because you do both much better without alcohol. Take care of yourself. If you want help to stop drinking alcohol, you can click on the link down below this video. There's a free book, 10 Steps to Stop Drinking Alcohol. Like I say, download it for free. Go to the website, alcoholmastery.com. On the homepage there, you'll see the book, and you'll see the little thing where you put in your name and email address, and I'll send it out to you straight away. So download the book, open it, read it, and take in the information, and it will help you. Onwards and upwards.